Hey everybody, welcome to a very special game talk. I'm the Collector.
Headshots right here. Siege.
And it's very special because I'm sure, as most of you know, there's a very recent birthday in the video gaming world, which is Sonic the Hedgehog 20th anniversary. It was in 1991 when the Hedgehog first made his appearance on the Sega Genesis.
1991.
91, yeah, you think it'd be older than that.
No, I was thinking it was younger. I was thinking 95 or so.
Well, he made his debut in 1991 in Sonic the Hedgehog 1 in a solo game. He was all by himself. Just Sonic defeating Robotnik, who is now Eggman. Why'd they change his name to Eggman?
It's stupid. Don't ask questions.
But, so, he fought, destroyed robots, freed bunnies, and then, I think it was about a year later, I think it was in 92, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where Tails guest starred. Yet he was barely playable. You could play as him, but he was only playable in a couple of levels. He was always there, but he just kind of followed you around. He was worthless. And then there's Sonic the Hedgehog 3, where it was Sonic and Tails again, but then there was the appearance of Knuckles.
He's awesome. So was Tails still a cheerleader or what?
Pretty much.
What about Knuckles? Did he at least punch something? Yes.
I actually think he might have been a villain in that one. And then, but then he joined the good guys.
I don't care what side he was on, as long as he punched something, he's cool.
Yeah, look at it.
I think that was about 94, and then I think in 95 the fourth Sonic game was Sonic and Knuckles, where you could play as Sonic or Knuckles.
Naturally.
Yes.
Finally, you get to play as the guy who punches things instead of the guy who just runs really fast.
Yeah, I was playing the game Sonic Generations demo on the Xbox 360, and it's hard. Because, you know, you're just running, and you end up getting really, really fast, and then you're going and going, and then all of a sudden you hit a robot or something, and you fall back, and all your rings fly everywhere, and it's like, come on! How am I supposed to see that's there?
Yeah. I've never played, I've only played one or two Sonic games, and the one or two I played were terrible.
You know what would be really awesome in Sonic if like...
What?
He's going, and then when he gets an obstacle, it's slow-mo, and then you get an option to click a button to dodge it or something like that, you know? So you have that one chance, like...
Yeah, you know, like...
Sensor. I can see that, you know, just like a backflip over the top or something.
You know, not just slow down a little bit, I mean like talk like black and white, complete slow-motion type thing. Like Epic Matrix, and like when someone has an attack at you, then, you know, like I don't know, like a fireball or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Then you get the option to like...
slide under it, yeah, you know.
Like a Matrix type thing, you know? Awesome.
It'd be better with Knuckles, though, because then he can just land one quick one right to the jaw.
Yeah. Well, come on, the robots, they don't really have jaws.
Do they speak?
Yeah, but they're like...
Then he uppercuts his head off.
Okay. Well, and then...
Mortal Kombat sounds. It's
after Sonic and Knuckles, I'm not really sure what came next. I think it was actually Sonic Adventure, which was like 3D.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, I was the beginning of the 3D one. And then came a game that everyone hates. I hate. You hate. Everybody and their mother hates. Sonic R. Sonic Racing.
That was one of the only ones I've ever played.
I used to have that game.
I broke that system.
Wait, Sonic Racing?
Yes, it's called Sonic R. It was Sonic Racing where you ran and raced. And the music was so unfitting. You remember the music?
I do.
It was like opera or something?
I also remember hitting the system with the game still in it. Well, my friend had been trying to get rid of the system for months. So we just decided, you know what? We're going to do this the fun way. We took a sledgehammer and just broke that thing open.
Oh, that was the one with like 3 people, right? That ran around, jumped on each other's heads and annoying stuff
I think
like
that's the
that.
one he was talking about.
I think I remember that one.
No,
like,
that's not Sonic. Sonic R is a 3D one.
Oh.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Because I remember having this one where it's like there's 3 people. You're running and there's 3 people.
Thing.
Oh, the team racing, I guess.
The PS2.
That thing. I'll just forget that.
Well, after the game that you hated, I hated, everybody and their mother hated.
Yeah.
There was Sonic Adventure 2 with which I loved, you loved, everybody and their mother loved.
Yeah.
I never played that one.
Sonic 2, Adventure 2, I'm pretty sure most people like that because it's fun, and then you have the option to play as Sonic and Shadow, so... Most people, Sonic fans would probably hate it because hardcore Sonic fans are like, oh, Sonic must just be running in a field in Green Hill Zone. Because like on the first level, you're playing as Sonic and you're like snowboarding down the streets like in San Francisco.
That's sort of cool.
You're going like straight down. and you're dodging buses, so it's cool. But all the Sonic fans don't really think that's cool. And you can play Shadow, and Shadow's like my favorite character in the Sonic world.
I remember playing that game for the GameCube. Just the straight Shadow the Hedgehog game.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And the Nintendo Power, they actually have 20 things we love about Sonic the Hedgehog and 5 we don't. And it said, one of them was guns and motorcycles. It said, Shadow, we know you're a bad censor, but really? Motorcycles and guns? But still, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Still, if you give a guy motorcycles,
Oh, and then another one was
makes him cool.
Big the Cat, and it said, Big, we hate you, go die in a fire. Big the Cat is the most hated Sonic character, I believe.
No, that's not true. I think people hate Robotnik more. Eggman, whatever he's called now.
Oh, good point.
Yeah,
Well-
Robotnik was cooler than Eggman. At least the name.
There was a
So basically, Big the Cat is something that is like a creature that everyone wants to kill with fire. In brutal, cruel ways.
Everyone hates
they want
Big
to
the
put
Cat. He's like, Froggy. He's always chasing after that frog.
Yeah, I know every time I see Big, my first thought is always, I want to throw him in a hole, drown him in lighter fluid, and then light the lighter fluid.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'll think of that too. Never mind. But
So yeah.
Oh, and hack the remains with an axe too. Just
A Sonic game that I had, I think I might still have somewhere in my house, is Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes was a game where there were 3 different teams that you could play as. It was like
that's the one.
Shadow. Yeah, Shadow.
That's the one.
Eggman bot or something, and that and that flying bat lady. That bat lady. What's her
Flying bat lady.
What's her name? I don't know.
the chick with the bat wings.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there was classic Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and then that was like medium. The other one was hard.
That's what I was remembering.
And
Yeah.
the easy one was that bunny, Amy Rose, and Big the Cat. That's the one I always played because it was so extremely hard for me. Oh, and then there was the one with like the alligator, the bee, and that like purple chameleon.
That was pretty cool, but
I'm sorry, we have not really done any research. We don't know what half of these people's names are.
Yeah, we don't really care either. None of us are huge Sonic fans, so.
Believe me, if I was a huge Sonic fan, I really get into stuff once I like it. I know everything about Sonic.
Yeah.
Which I'm not.
None of us care,
but
so.
I'm not like.
Yeah, Sonic's fun, but I mean, I don't care to remember every single character's name.
Yeah, I don't really.
And then there was
Need to know.
the next memorable Sonic game. There was Sonic Unleashed. I know. Like he turned into like a werehog, I think they called it. He was like a werewolf. Yeah, there were levels where you're Sonic and you're just running and this classic speed. And then there was the ones at night where you were like a werehog and you would beat up enemies. Those were more fun. I played that game. Well, actually, before that there was Mario and Sonic the Olympic Winter Games. Came before that.
Yeah,
So.
that was
That was actually pretty fun. And then Mario and Sonic the Olympic Winter Games. And Mario and Sonic at the 2012 London Summer Games is coming up. So.
I didn't know they were making that.
Alright,
yeah,
anyone who's watching this, if you know anyone who has anything to do with Sega, tell them to make a Sonic game where you get to go slow-mo to avoid obstacles. Tell them that.
Didn't we discuss that earlier?
Yes, just making sure that they know to tell them.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, if the Sega employees watching this, take our advice.
And of course
We will find
there were cartoons about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Uh-oh.
That all pretty much sucked. The only ones I have here are Sonic Underground,
Terrible.
which sucked. They're the same thing.
Yeah.
So, which pretty much sucked. I read on YouTube, not YouTube, Wikipedia, there were like 30 episodes in this, but they cut it before the plot could be resolved. Yay, I love happy endings. They were like looking for their mother, even though Sonic never had siblings. Apparently he did have siblings, and their mother was captured or something.
Pretty much they just took the whole plot and ruined it. I mean, it's like they just lit it on fire and then stomped it out and then hacked it open with a chainsaw.
Oh, and then I saw this clip on another website the other day of Sonic. It was Sonic the Hedgehog from one of the original shows, and he's like, "Hey kids, remember it's nice when your friends are hugging you and touching you, but if they touch you in a place that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's not cool." It's like,
what kind of message are we sending to our children?
really? I mean, that's something that parents should say to a kid. Not Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog should be running around and like tripping old ladies, stuff like that. I'm sorry, that was
Suckers.
wrong. I'm sorry, that was wrong. Here's a disclaimer: don't actually trip old ladies. They tend to hit you with their cane.
Or their bag filled with rocks.
You know, why is Sonic even a hero? He could just like dash around and steal everything. You know, cops chasing after him. Haha, suckers! He's the fastest thing alive.
Cars can't.
I mean, come on.
And if he had like that slow motion ability, then he could dodge bullets.
Oh, and another TV show that is still playing, Sonic X. Sucked.
It seems like a lot of the Sonic things outside of the video games have been miserable failures.
That's why you don't see Mario. That they gave up on the Mario cartoons after 1993, which were actually pretty successful back then. I've watched them and they're pretty good. The Mario cartoons.
Sonic?
No, the Mario cartoons.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, but they gave up on those around 1993.
It's
Thank
strange.
goodness, because they would not be popular now, unless they had like CGI animation. But that back then it was just like these. And then they kept making these, and finally I think they've stopped after Sonic X. Which now knowing them, they'll make a new one, like Sonic X2.
You want to punch something else in the throat.
Okay, anything else to wrap up?
Not really.
On Sonic.
Let's see how fast Sonic can go.
That's an amazing speed of 3 miles per hour.
Alright, we're good. Let's go.
See you. Thanks for watching.